You will find yourself filling in the blanks or associating ideas that you maybe have forgotten about for many, many years just by reading a book. So XTEINK did sponsor this video. They did send me this e-reader for review. And if you are interested in one yourself, you can check the link in the description to purchase one. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. And I also want to thank you guys for making sponsorships like this a reality for me. So I think one of the biggest mistakes that we come across within the productivity space, all of this discussion about reading self-help books, everybody's talking about reading like Atomic Habits or Digital Minimalism. The thing is with this is that whilst this may be beneficial, it's just not necessarily fun for most people. I don't think that most people will enjoy those books. That's not to say that they don't have anything valuable to say, but I think that the entire association with reading as an adult has to be that of enjoyment. I would look at this the same way as learning an instrument. If you're learning the piano or the keyboard, having a dedicated space where there is a keyboard plugged in at all times that you can just walk up to and start playing will intrinsically make you practice more than if you have your instrument packed up, zipped up in like a box on a shelf that you have to take down every single time you want to play. And I look at every single skill that I learn in the same way. I want to find a seamless way so that it's just there, ready. At any time, I can just jump in and continue with that activity. That's why this specific e-reader is so interesting to me. Compared to most e-readers, which are usually relatively bulky, require a bag or some way to sort of carry them around, this reader is so tiny, so light, that there is basically no reason not to have this with you at all times. We live in a world where there's so much effortless stimulation that has no real benefit towards you. But in terms of reading, why would it actually be beneficial to incorporate this into your life or to replace certain things that you do? One of the things which comes with reading is just all of the additional improvements to your life in terms of attention span, linguistics, vocabulary, just the way in which you will structure your ideas in your head are all things which will just come alongside you reading at all. When you go into reading as an adult, you'll be like, okay, it's time for me to read. I haven't read since I was like 14. It's time for me to pick up Moby Dick, or it's time for me to pick up Plato's The Republic, right? There's nothing wrong with these books, but they're just so much more complicated and bigger than is necessary. At the end of the day, you just need something fun and engaging that you will finish. From my own personal experience, one of my favorite examples of this is Stefan Zweig's Chess. At its core, it's a book about the association between talent and skill. This is something that I have wrestled with my entire life. I used to compete very, very intensely with competitive FPS games throughout my life, and this was a sort of mental association I was having all the time. But I'd never had the opportunity to really organize my thoughts on this. You will find yourself filling in the blanks or associating ideas that you maybe have forgotten about for many, many years just by reading a book. Everybody in this productivity space always has an e-reader, right? And every time I see them, they're always Android e-readers. Most Android e-readers are at least £200. And this is relatively understandable, right? Because the main reason you would want Android is for the customization. Unless you wanted to get like a super restricted like Amazon Kindle that you can only use purchased EPUBs from Amazon, you're going to be spending over £100 on like a decent e-reader. Alternatively, with this device, I've found that it has all of the reasons you would have Android on an e-reader. Everything in terms of customization, revamping buttons, changing layouts, changing fonts, customizing things even like a wallpaper, file support, and even going into stuff like custom firmware if you want to go super extreme with the things you're doing on this. Everything that you would want Android on an e-reader for without having Android. And because of that, it's able to keep the price so affordable for what it is. So in terms of features of this specific e-reader, it comes in at $79.99. It has a 3.5-inch e-ink display, which is very crisp and extremely nice to read. It has an SD card for adding files to. As mentioned before, it also has MagSafe, so you can just have a phone and magnetically attach your e-reader like this. It has no touchscreen at all. And in my personal experience, I actually really prefer this, unless it has an extremely responsive, fast refresh rate e-ink display. Touchscreen just feels unresponsive on e-readers, and you never know if you've actually pressed it or not, especially if the device lags out. Whereas with something like buttons, you know what you're pressing, and I just find them more tactile and responsive. It has a native iOS app, but one of the most important things that this has is it allows you to transfer files directly to the e-reader without needing to plug in a cable, without needing to even eject the SD card. You can just send an ebook from your phone to the e-reader. It also had things like custom fonts if you wanted to install those. I hadn't tested it out myself, but I imagine it would be fine. As you can see, I do have a custom wallpaper on here, which was really easy to set up. Honestly, the whole experience using the app was just very straightforward, to be honest. So I kind of wanted to briefly talk about custom firmware and like the company ethos, which I think is really important. So one of the most core values of the company that makes this is about user sovereignty and like user freedom. And when I was researching stuff, I did find on GitHub like a bunch of custom firmware options for this. And I reached out to them just as a gesture to say like, hey, I want to mention this in this video. Would you be okay with that? Because most companies I would make a product review for would not be okay with something like that. So they basically said that like, obviously they can't support these firmwares officially. Like if you break your device, that's still your fault. It may void your warranty, but they actively support the community's ability to be able to make custom firmware or just modify their device however they see fit. And I think many, many more companies need to have this kind of approach with their devices. They need to just understand that at the end of the day, when somebody wants to own something, they want to truly own it, not just own like the rights to use it. One of the key points as to why you would want to install custom firmware on this is mainly to install additional book types. So I was installing EPUBs, but I don't think it natively supports PDF. But you could get a custom firmware that supports PDF. Also things like doing very weird scripts for custom languages. I've only read in English on this, and that was totally fine. And honestly, just a great experience. And I'm sticking to the normal firmware on this one myself because I don't actually have a reason to use the custom firmware on it. So when it comes to like cons or downsides towards this device, I would say that it is way too small to read anything like in terms of a graphic novel, a comic or manga. It's just far too small for that. You could maybe rotate it this way, but you'd only be able to read like one panel at a time, and it just wouldn't be a nice experience. One of the other things is it features pogo pins for charging instead of USB-C. I understand why they did this. I think it's to keep the overall weight down and to just make it as slim as it is. But I would have loved to have had USB-C just so I know I can always replace the cable for it for charging. And finally, it doesn't feature a front light or backlight, which does make it difficult for reading in the dark. But I think it would have significantly increased the weight, the size, the price of this device. So honestly, in terms of those cons, they're all very understandable trade-offs for the size you're getting, because I don't care if I can't read manga on this, if I can always keep it in my pocket. Like I can read manga on a computer or on a tablet. I can't fit those things in my pocket. I'd say honestly, just my overall view on this is that it is the best idea in terms of having an excuse to read all the time. It's very rare that devices come along like this that just fit a specific niche really, really, really well. And I would stand by this, honestly.